FuzzJockRadio!
Hut, hut, hey!
The best to you from
Fuzz Talk.
radio. KMRT.
FuzzJockRadio!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, guys. Thank you. We are back. We are FuzzJock Radio.
Howdy.
I am one of your ghost most with the host. I'm a host with the most. One of them. We have three of them. I'm one of them. My name is Fuzzy.
I'm another one.
Whoa.
Me too.
And my name is C-Dubs. Get out of here, James. I'm talking.
But- Oh, yeah.
Wow, guys. Wow. Okay, let's try that over again. Ready? I am one of your hosts of this podcast. It's a sports podcast called FuzzJock Radio. My name is Fuzzy. And then we have another host. His name is... Guys, one of you has to say something here. I mean, not both of you at the same time, but, you know.
Oh, both of us at the same time?
No,
I like doing it at the same time.
I know you do.
We're a team.
You're a team. Okay,
We're a team.
all joking aside.
J-Dubs.
All joking
J-Dubs.
All joking aside. Ready? Okay. All joking aside. Once again, my name is
Everyone at the same
Fuzzy. I am a host, one of the hosts of three of a podcast called FuzzJock Radio. It's a sports podcast, and since there's three hosts, and I said that I'm one of them, there's two other hosts, and one of the other hosts, his name is
J-Mez.
C-Dubs.
okay. All joking aside, all joking aside. Now
We're out of jokes.
I don't have jokes.
Yeah.
We one of our guests' is named C-Dubs. The other guest is host. His name is
J-Mez.
James. And I just fucked that up again, didn't I? I fucked it up this time. Wow. It's like we haven't been doing 3 seasons of this shit.
We're a team, though.
We are a team. And we are a team that goes through a lot of things and stuff and whatnot. And one thing that I realized last week is we didn't do what we normally do. And we usually start the show off with, how are we doing? What's going on, guys? What happened since last week?
Oh,
James.
so much.
James,
So much
what happened
happened.
last week?
I realized that Thanksgiving is not coming up this weekend,
Nope.
and it's going to be the weekend after. I think. I don't know.
Time.
My calendars are all different, so
You have a couple different calendars even.
there's too many calendars these days.
that's
Far too
that's
many.
interesting.
It's got one from 1986, one from 92,
Yeah.
Yeah.
one from 2004.
And then all the days with the numbers don't align together. So
Yeah.
I understand.
So I've been planning for Thanksgiving this weekend. After this week, so
Good. Okay.
I'm gonna have early Thanksgiving.
I like it.
Wait a minute. Didn't we have 2 Thanksgivings in the first season?
Yes, we
We
did.
give thanks whenever we want.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is perfect that you're planning a double Thanksgiving.
Inside jokes, man.
Well, I'm not gonna have 2 of them. I'm just gonna have one, and it's gonna be when I want it.
When you want it.
Beautiful.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love that. C-Dubs, how was your last week? What did you do? What's the haps, dude?
I've been waking up very early to do my job so that I don't have to be there when people come to the stadium and buy stuff because we are World Series champions.
Oh, yes. Yes, you are World Series champions. And I need to make sure to talk into the mic.
Too many people these days
That's awesome that you
that
guys.
are going to places to spend money.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd like to maybe jump into that topic later on if you guys don't mind. I have a couple things I kind of want to just get off my chest.
Mhm.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get to that point when we get there.
What'd
We
you do
might
this last
talk
week,
some
Buzz?
sports in the meantime. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit of sports too.
Maybe we'll get to it.
I was just gonna say though too before we get to me, C-Dubs, is that that's great. I'm glad that they are limiting your guys' access to the public.
Yeah. They don't
during these
want
times
us
right now,
near
so.
them. That's just the store people.
Yeah, that's
are
dope.
the only people who have to deal with
That's a
them.
world championship move,
Yeah.
right?
It is.
What did I do? I
Tell us, please.
God darn it. What did I do? Like, this isn't a joke. I'm not joking here. I kind of forgot. What did I do this week? I didn't do much. I just did the fuzz stuff, you know?
Did you time traveling?
Just kind of time travel a little bit, hung out at home, and just did the things. Did the things I needed to do.
I did some time traveling.
Yeah?
Played some Atari 800,
Ooh.
and I want to make one comment about this. Oh, that's
Yeah?
uh, playing a paddle controller on an Atari 800. The paddle, so I got like a turn dial, and it's all completely analog.
Oh, sure.
And I'm playing Breakout, just hitting the bricks with the paddle going back and forth. But that analog control and that dial is so perfect.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we lost a lot of hours. It's just like that controller was so just like on spot with your intention to it, like the transfer and leg input. I mean, the input
Yeah.
is instantaneous.
I
thing of
I haven't played that specific console, but I've played a Pong machine, and it's got to be the same because the Pong machine, like for how antique it was when I played it, it moved that cursor on the screen like millihairs, like it was like precise.
Yeah,
And for it to be that
it's
precise, that
it's so
old
cool.
that old technology is pretty dope.
Mhm.
Which reminds me, like, something that happened this last week is that the SpaceX launched their people up into space. So it's like one of the first times in history of mankind the commercial flight sent commercially people to space or something. And
I believe so.
I'm just thinking, we have some like fucking satellites that have been like Voyager that's been out in space for a long time, right?
Sure.
That technology is old as fuck. We didn't have cell phones when we sent out Voyager.
Mm.
It's just crazy. Like Pong
Have you seen
and that Atari. Like it's like that technology is old as fuck, but it worked and it worked well.
It's neat to see the differences in the technology, but also how the same it is too.
Yes.
Like there are advances, but there's still the basics are the same.
And that's the bottom point of it, is that a lot of it is you grind it down to the basic component and it's the same of what it was before. It's just more frilly, or it's just a couple extra stuff on it.
What are you talking about?
Welcome to our tech show, Fuzz Talk Radio.
Yeah, okay.
We just got done with Monday Night Football.
Breaking news: Monday Night Football just ended.
Breaking news.
This just in, the Viking.
2020 is still fucking crazy. And you know why? Kirk Cousins won a Monday Night Football game tonight.
Yeah.
First time in what? 9 games?
10 games. This is 10th game.
This is his 10th
and
game?
he won it the first time ever.
This is the first time out of 10.
So he's 1-9.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
That's that's totally like that's his first Monday night win in his career, even.
Yeah.
Yep.
On his 10th try, he did it.
On his 10th try. Good job, dude. I wonder if I had anything to do with the Alex Trebek cleats that Thielen was wearing tonight in tribute to Alex Trebek for passing away.
Thielen got 2 touchdowns, so
He did.
I mean, they could have helped. And I think Kirk Cousins on 3rd down also helped, which is weird to say. Who'd have ever expected that?
Dude, I kept on mentioning while watching the game, I'm like, how is it 3rd down already? And then Kirk Cousins answered, well, it's all right because I'm going to get 149 yards. He was 10 for 11 on 3rd down.
It's amazing.
149s on 3rd down and 2 touchdowns.
What was his pass completion rate?
I don't have
Do you got that stat handy? Do you got that stat handy?
I don't have that stat handy.
I do know in the 4th quarter, he's been 75% completion rate this year.
Okay,
But that has to do with the statement that you like to go with, in that is garbage time. And that's why he usually is a high completion rate.
Yeah, he loves garbage time.
Yeah, the announcers tonight even mentioned, like, well, here comes the 4th quarter. This is Kirk Cousins' time. This is when he does really well. And, like, the fans of the Vikings, like myself, was like, well, the thing that you're not counting for his 4th quarter attempts is that it's all garbage time. This is not garbage time right now. But luckily, he pulled it out. So, yeah, we, what it was, 13-12? No. I don't even remember.
19 to 13.
I don't know how we stopped them from. How did that happen?
I don't know, but like at the very end of the game, there was a really bad, or I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad because it was a legal hit and it was a takedown. A lot of momentum behind the players, but Foles landed really hard. At the end of the game, and he had to be carted off on a cart. So hopefully he's doing okay. I haven't heard any updates on how he's feeling or anything like that, but it did not look good. No. So definitely,
he like crumpled into a ball when he got knocked over.
Yeah, we're not here to get anybody hurt, and we just definitely want to throw out some good thoughts and prayers, or whatever you want to say, for a fast recovery for him. It did not look
positive
good.
reacts only.
Yep, positive reacts only. Anything else in the game tonight? Like, it was kind of a lackluster game. There wasn't a whole lot of penalties.
Yeah, it was other than the missed or the botched snap for the field or the extra point. There wasn't too much goofiness. I guess the return touchdown.
Yeah, Cordell Patterson, somebody that the Vikings drafted back in the day, had a return, 104-yard return for a touchdown, his 8th, I believe. And I just kept on saying it was perfect. He deserves it, especially against the Vikings. He deserves a touchdown against the Vikings like that. Because he's been doing his
Super
whole
Bowl
career.
champion.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not, so
Wouldn't it be neat that if he was able to get a touchdown against every team that he played against, or that he played for? He
That'd
gets
be
one
cool.
against the. So he needs one against the Patriots right now.
Yep.
So he's played for the Vikings, Patriots, and then the Bears. Is that about it?
I believe the Raiders also.
Okay. I don't know why, but I've always had affinity towards that player. He's always seemed like a good. I've always had good thoughts about him for some reason. I don't know. Can you expand on that? Can you tell me why? Do you understand what I'm thinking here?
But
he's
He's got a good
desire
attitude.
to have him as your new uncle.
Mm-hmm. I like him as
But
my
he has-
uncle.
Yeah.
He has a good attitude. My thing with him, though, is I used to love him until I realized, like, he was just hard to teach whatever the playbook was. He just wasn't figuring out our playbook, and I was like, he just doesn't fit here.
Yeah.
And that's why it's nice to see him work with another team, because it just didn't work with our scheme and how we used him. It just wasn't in the cards for him.
Speaking of which, did you see how they were playing? How the Bears were playing with him?
Mm-hmm.
They had him as fullback, lining up as a fullback, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver.
They also had wide receiver, fullback, running back, and also quarterback technically when he was in the Wildcat.
Would you call that a gadget player, right?
Yes, that would be gadget plays.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
They were interesting.
I like that.
So shout outs to
They just didn't do much.
no. Shout outs to Cordell. Shout outs to the Bears for losing and letting Kurt have his first Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, that was gracious.
He deserves it.
What about Jefferson?
Oh yeah, Justin Jefferson just had another amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
He got some good pass catches
Was
towards the end of that game in the last quarter to really turn that. I felt like he was a big deal for the momentum there.
Yeah,
definitely
he helped
was.
a lot.
I mean, didn't get a touchdown, so it was easy to forget that his plays that he had. But definitely added to the whole team's effort of winning that game. So, and
Mostly the best.
Yeah,
it's basically thanks to him.
They needed
he was the glue behind everything.
That's the thing. They needed him to step up like that because they totally shut down Cook. Cook did not have a good game tonight, which you would expect after the game that he had last week. If you're a good team, you're gonna play hard against him the next round. So,
who didn't see that coming?
Thielen and Jefferson, our wide receivers, picked up the ball. Rudolph had a couple good catches as well.
He did.
So overall, the team got together and said that we should win this game, and they did.
Trevor be damned.
Yeah, I mean, what is that? 3 in a row now? 4 in a row?
Yeah, they say they're on the hunt.
We're on the hunt. We're on a playoff hunt, guys. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? They're in the 2020 Minnesota Vikings win the Super Bowl. Ooh,
win it.
I like that idea.
It's been a strange season, though.
It's been a very strange season.
Do you know what happened?
What happened?
Do you know what happened?
What happened?
Drew Brees got hurt.
Yeah,
and kind of badly.
Yeah, really bad.
He's probably not going to play again, I would expect.
Well, they have a 3-week timeline on him.
Yeah,
I doubt it.
I don't know. It sounds like he got hurt really bad. Fractured ribs on both sides of his chest and a collapsed lung.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing with broken ribs for a while there in that game, which is just insane. Like, I can't even imagine the pain he was going through.
And the play that it happened on, the defender dove on top of him and landed on him and slid. Ooh. So like crushed him. He absolutely destroyed him, and he was even flagged for roughing the passer because it was there was too much behind that. Way too much.
Yuck. Oh.
He just squished him.
Oh, that sucks. So. But, I mean, because, Breeze is such a great quarterback. And it would just be very sad if his career ended on an injury, something like that. Or, I mean, these motherfuckers, they bounce back pretty well. So,
yeah, but he's pretty much at the end of his career. He almost didn't come back for this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
this could be the end.
Well, hopefully
after
not.
Such a great year from last year.
So we got two really.
It's kind of bittersweet to be like, damn, man.
So we got two high-profile quarterbacks going on the injury reserve list this next week. So update your fantasy football if you're into that fantasy football stuff.
Yeah, do it.
You guys play that? I don't do it.
I don't. C-dubs?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. You ever play Taysom Hill?
No, because
that's the right answer.
He wouldn't get enough points.
Do you think they'll
Although
ever,
I should this year. Fuck it.
He deserves all the points.
do you think there'll ever be another Taysom Hill?
Yeah, I believe there will be.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think that person's out there right now?
I think he's Bo Jackson too.
No, Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
Bo Jackson 3. This time it's Taysom Hill 2.
Oh, did you see that guy's holy shit, there was some really good catches this week. Did you see Thielen's catch his touchdown? Everybody was like, how did he do that? Like
one-handed.
One-handed in the end zone, and then everybody's been talking about Hopkins. Hail Mary touchdown grab, DeAndre Hopkins.
So do you know the whole behind what happened there?
No.
So the Bills had just scored a touchdown with 30 seconds left, and we're like, the Diggs just got a touchdown. They're like, we're gonna win.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
jumping up and down the sidelines. They're partying, and then
Buffalo's
it's
up
literally
30. Buffalo's up 30 to Arizona's 26. Fourth quarter, 5 seconds left. Yeah, and Arizona chucks it up.
And fucking Hopkins.
And yeah, he catches the Hail Mary pass and in between 3 defenders.
And they all were going for the ball, and he legit catches it between his 2 hands perfectly and brings it down.
Yeah, pretty dope.
Unbelievable.
Pretty dope.
That was Arizona did it.
Yep.
I guess the play was called Cowboy, and the idea was that it was supposed to actually be a check down to a tight end on the sideline, but he was covered, and then the coach also told him, hey, if you think you got Hopkins, go for him instead of what the play is supposed to actually be. And Kyler said, I'm not even going to try getting that check down. I'm going for the touchdown. But yeah, so it was called Cowboy, and it was based off of a play that Aaron Rodgers did to the Cowboys a couple years ago. Wow. So yeah, the league learns from itself.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
It's too bad the Bills.
This just in, Jefferson, 8 receptions, 135 yards.
Whoa.
135 receptions. That was pretty dang good tonight.
135 yards. That's pretty dope.
Good. That guy's going.
He's going places.
Yeah, 135 yards of places.
So any other games you want to talk about? Tampa Bay fucking kicked Carolina's ass 46 to 23. Pittsburgh kicked Cincinnati Bengals ass 36 to 10.
Yeah, and I thought Roethlisberger was going to be out because he had COVID, and he played the game.
He's been getting nods for MVP of the season. I guess he's been having a great season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you have a season like that, do you think they're going to take someone out if they have COVID?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Las Vegas 37 to 12 over Denver. Wow, all these games are blowouts.
Yeah. There were only a couple tight ones. Everything else was pretty.
Indianapolis 34 to 10 over the Tennessee.
Ooh.
Well, that's NFL.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait a minute.
No, yeah, we got more to talk.
I wanted to play that sound again. Oh, no, that's not the right sound. Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz go on COVID-19 list. Oh, wait a minute. That's not breaking news. Everybody's always getting on the COVID-19 list in the NFL. The Chiefs put both of their starting offensive tackles on the reserve COVID-19 list on Monday. The NFL's daily transactions wire brings word that left tackle Eric Fisher and right tackle Mitchell Schwartz were placed on the list. Reserve tackle Martinez Radkin was also placed on the list. Wide receiver Hardman and the practice squad defense tackle Braxton Holt were placed on the list last week. So
Is
the
that
Chiefs are having a
all from
fucking
one-
breakout, huh?
Is that all from one team?
One team, yeah.
Oh,
Get
the
it together,
humanity.
Get it together.
Well, and the thing too, like those offensive linemen are basically the glue that makes KC work.
Oh,
So like that's a big deal for them that they not only horrible that they have COVID, but like for the team to deal with that too. Like they're losing two of their best players. So
be interesting to see what that's Mahomes' team, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
The quarterback that's supposed to be the best in the world.
yes.
So we'll see if he can step up and play without a line. That's how they do that, right? They don't
Yeah.
replace him.
Well, yeah, there's no one. They just have no one in front of him.
That's
It's just
not
him
good.
holding the ball. He goes,
Cardboard cutouts.
"Ike." Yeah, they use the cardboard cutouts.
So I want to say, C-Dubs, you're still it's still even though that they didn't like shorten the season or go into bubble mode. I think your claim of it being true of you saying that this is the biggest sports year in our entire history of who's going to be the best of the best
Mm-hmm.
of sports history. Because like these teams, they're dealing, even though they're not going, since they're not going into bubble situations and shit, they have to deal with COVID interacting with their teams, and the best team that's going to win is going to be the one that deals with COVID correctly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that
I think so totally.
so that means whoever wins the NFL football team Super Bowl thing will be like the best
Ben Roethlisberger, the guy with
best
COVID,
football
right?
best footballers of history.
The greatest footballers of all times.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
No,
2020.
I'm skeptical.
And it will be the Vikings.
Remind me.
It will be the Vikings because of hell froze over too, I bet. Right? That's
Dude.
how that works. Hell needs to
Dude.
freeze over.
You just called it. You just called it.
This is the way it's gonna go.
Oh man.
Kind of like the Dodgers winning the Super Bowl, Super
Yep.
Bowls. Arizona
Beer.
Cardinals 6-3, Los Angeles Rams 6-3, Seattle Seahawks 6-3,
That division's clogged up.
San Francisco 49ers 4-6, Philadelphia Eagles 3-5, New York Giants 3-7, Washington Football Team 2-7, Dallas Cowboys 2-7. That one's all locked up too.
Yeah, they're all clogged
Wow.
up.
New Orleans Saints 7-2, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7-3, Atlanta Falcons 3-6, Carolina Panthers 3-7, Green Bay Packers 7-2, Chicago Bears 5-4, Detroit Lions 4-5, Minnesota Vikings 3-5. Well,
Now
4-5,
4 and
right?
5.
4-5, and the Bears are 5-5.
5-5.
Yes.
Okay.
Updated. This just in.
Yeah.
The Bears are 5-5, and the Vikings are 4-5. Breaking news.
Buffalo Bills 7-3, Miami Dolphins 6-3, New England Patriots 4-5, New York Jets 0-9. What the fuck are they doing?
My poor dad.
They're getting Trevor.
Yeah, they're getting Trevor.
But don't they have a quarterback already?
I've already heard their discussions that they could possibly just let him go, and there are teams that actually want him,
Who is
or they
it?
could try and trade him. But other teams know that the Jets have no leverage. So
Wow. Indianapolis Colts 6-3, Tennessee Titans 6-3, Houston Texans 2-7, Jacksonville Jaguars 1-8, Pittsburgh Steelers 9-0. Wow. Baltimore Ravens 6-3, Browns 6-3, Bengals 2-6, Chiefs 8-1, Raiders 6-3, Broncos 3-6, and Chargers 2-7. So we're not the worst.
no, and that kind of sucks for the
we're not
Chargers
very
too,
good.
because they've been in every game. Like they have been almost like they're a missed field goal, a fucked up penalty here, there, to losing almost every one of those games. It's too bad for them.
We're not very good.
No, but they are. Is what he's saying.
Well,
I still don't think-
I'd say
I
it's
don't
their
know.
coaching though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's totally coaching. To lose games like that when you're the better team and you lose, it's the
Yeah.
coaching.
It's just kind of mind blowing, man.
Yeah.
For real.
So
I got a choose your own adventure for you here.
okay.
Do you want to hear about some of the Twins or some about the Gophers? Because I got a little bit of both.
Gophers. Let's go with Gophers because
All
that's football still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gophers.
They just
Gophers. Let's go. What happened?
they got
with the
blown out. They just got blown out by the Hawkeyes.
Gophers? Yeah, I heard. I didn't hear. I heard that was not a good game.
No.
How-
And what's even better is that the ending of the game. The game's like 35-0.
Ooh, that bad. Huh?
Hawkeyes win. Yep. 35-0. Fourth quarter. By this point, the Hawkeyes are playing their freshmen, third stringers, up against our Gophers like first line, and the Gophers get fairly close with 8 seconds left in the game, and call a timeout. Down 35-0.
They call a timeout.
Seconds left, and the Gophers call a timeout.
Okay.
So I don't know. They really got to figure this out. They're playing against the Hawkeye freshmen, right? So they really don't want to get the blowout so bad that they call the timeout, right?
Yeah.
Immediately after, Hawkeyes call 3 consecutive timeouts. Like,
What?
did you guys need a little bit of time to think about it? Here you go.
Whoa. What a fucking. What a dig.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
You're going to call a timeout with 8 seconds left just to like
Figure out what
get
you
your-
want to do.
your- figure out what you want to do, guys. Okay, here's
It's
3
just
more.
kind of mind blowing, man.
Here's 3 more. After the game, the Hawkeye coach, I forget his name. There's some there's some bowl they're going for or something, but his comment after the game was like, "Yeah, I think we'll just take that bowl home. Figure we'd leave the timeouts in Minneapolis."
That's really good.
Yeah, I've heard the Gophers are not doing well this year. I mean, God, can you?
Awful.
So, like, the issue that the Gophers have is that they had a bunch of really good players just leave the organization to go into the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that everybody's dealing with COVID, and I know that everybody deals with freshman football players, and everybody's dealing with this, and like, there's no excuse for this. But at the same time, it's just like, can you imagine trying to coach during this to freshmen, the motherfuckers? Like, so, like, think about this. Like, it's not as bad for, like, compared to college right now going into the NFL compared to high school. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Going into college. Because, like, the college kids going into the NFL already have that experience of, this is life. This is football. We're in it together. We're family. This is your new family, actually. Because, like, in college, they really instill that into the players, that this is your new family. This is what you're going to do. This is who you're going to be. And everything else doesn't matter, right? In high school, you don't have that because you're still figuring out what you want to do and who you're going to be. And so when you go into college from high school, you're not having that. And now with COVID, you can't instill that into the kids. You don't have the recruits going to the houses and offering them all these perks to come to their organization. You don't have the OTAs of getting up at 5 in the morning with all of the rest of your teammates to go, run 5 miles or whatever. Like, you don't have all those team get together dinners, and know that everything outside the organization does not matter. Everything inside the organization is life. And I can't imagine how hard that would be for the coaches now. For college coaches to instill into these kids that, hey, this is life. This is what you decided to get into. And we need to be good now. Instead of just fucking around like we were high school kids. I don't know. It would be really tough.
Hawkeyes did it.
But that's
but the
I was gonna
Hawkeyes
say,
did do it.
it's really hard. It's really hard for someone too who's not as established as someone like the Hawkeyes are, or the Wisconsin is, or
Yeah.
Ohio's, like those type of teams. I mean, to go there, the level
Yeah.
of what they expect from you. In Minnesota, you don't know that yet, and that's exactly, I think, the point is that they're not learning it like they should be.
At the same time, I don't know if the Hawkeyes had veteran players still on the team that haven't graduated yet or moved up to the NFL.
Exactly.
Also, with how COVID's been addressed state by state, there have been more of that interaction in Iowa because there aren't as many restrictions compared to what Minnesota's been dealing with.
Yeah.
So it puts everybody on different playing levels. And it makes it tough, too. Like I know that we talk about COVID here and there and how it's been affecting sports and stuff like that. And I know that we try to keep it as light as we can because we don't want to, we want this to be an escape for our audience. But I gotta say, man, and everybody is dealing with it, and I know. But it's been tough. COVID's been tough.
Yeah.
What? We've been going 9 months of this shit now?
Yeah. No, this is a literal health crisis on a global scale. Like, it's bad,
It's our daily lives.
I've never said the word
everywhere on this planet.
I've never said the word pandemic more in my life than the last 9 months. In the last month, I've said the word pandemic more than I've ever said it in my life. This is something that none of us, as we've all said this before. 3 months in, this is something that none of us have ever dealt with before. None of us were alive during the Spanish flu. But at the same time, if any of us were alive during the Spanish flu, there wasn't as much misinformation going on readily available on the internet for other Americans to tell us that we're fucking stupid for wearing masks. And that's been so hard. And it's been so tough to just see people being just denying science openly and outright. Science and medicine. Just like, nope. And making an argument of what medicine is and what, like, safe ways to keep each other healthy. People are arguing about that. Like, what the fuck? And you know how hard that is to, like, process every day? You know how hard it is. Because you're dealing with it. You're doing it every day. And I just want to say, man, to everybody that's been on the brink of just wanting to go hog wild on somebody for being fucking stupid, I commend you. I commend you for not going off on that person, because it's been hard. Like, I'm there with you.
And we're here with you too. Like, we're all going through this too. And I know you know that, but it's, sometimes you gotta hear it, that other people are we're all struggling.
I fucking hate it, and I can't wait until it's done.
Yeah.
For some perspective, I just had the thought in my mind that like, man, when like bubonic plague, that shit lasted for years. So I'm pretty grateful for the fact that we do have the level of science we do have right now, and
Mm-hmm.
like, man, I do believe that we're getting they're getting good success rate so far with what they're testing, and so man, I really think that by spring summertime we're gonna see a turn to the corner.
There
And
is definitely a
thing that people in the past have necessarily been able to say about other grand scale health crises.
light at the end of the tunnel.
So it's man. Now is the time to remember that, because these next couple months of winter are going to, I mean, I'm expecting it to get, it's going to be the worst we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like, worse than we have seen.
It's
They're
already in the
expecting up to 200,000 more people to die.
So-
pipeline for it to happen. Enough people have gotten sick already without showing symptoms for it to happen. So just hang in there, and know that it's tough for all of us, and we are absolutely there with you. And if you are feeling like you're going to freak out on somebody, I don't know. I'm not gonna offer it up for you guys, but like, definitely hit me up, give me a call, send me an email, text me. I'm there to listen and to remind you that you're not alone in the struggle of stupidness in this world right now.
Mm-hmm.
With that, if you need a new hoodie, go straight into.
Dude, I want some hoodies. I love hoodies so much.
We just created some new FuzzJockRadio merchandise that we put up on FuzzTalkShop.com. There's new hoodies. There's the three Hests merchandise. There's our dear friend Lily Idol drew a picture of the three of us, and we put it on some t-shirts and tote bags. We also have the Fuzzy Memories Championship trophy hoodies and t-shirts. It's a championship hoodie that says "Champion, you're a champion." Fuzzy Memory champion.
That's all the certification you need to be an official Fuzzy Memory champion.
Yeah. Become a champion by
literally
buying a
all it
t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then we have J-Mez's.
champion.
J-Mez's I don't like that shirt. And tank tops. So, that's J-Mez's main quote is "I don't like that." He says that throughout the episodes, throughout the seasons, multiple times. Make sure
Kind of my thing.
Make sure to tune in. Make sure to listen to past episodes and find the Easter eggs while wearing the tank top. All available on FuzzTalkShop.com.
Fun.
So there's
Put
our
in my order.
advertisement. If you buy some t-shirts and stuff, it goes straight back to Fuzz Talk Radio, and then it helps me pay for broadcasting fees. And that way we don't have to have regular advertisements like those other places. We went through that. Did you
want to hear twins?
You had a twin story.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your twin
They
story, bro?
just did the ballot for who's eligible for the Hall of Fame, and we had 3 classic twin players on the ballot for voting this year.
Fuck
Torrey
yeah.
Hunter,
How many?
Dyer, and LaTroy Hawkins.
Can you repeat those?
Oh yeah. Should I do that now?
Torrey Hunter,
Torrey Hunter,
Michael
Michael Dyer
and LaTroy
and
Hawkins.
Troy Hawkins. Yep.
Sweet, dude. How many
So
players do they usually like in are they inducting them right now or
yeah, I think they're voting on the induction now. And I mean, to be realistic, amongst the competition for that, no, it's not really likely that any of these twins will actually make it this year in the induction. But they are some really good twins. Interestingly enough, Hunter, Kadire, and Hawkins are still part of the organization right now.
Okay.
All of them have
Yeah.
returned to the organization, office positions and analysts and such. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really awesome. So when do we find out?
I don't know. I'll ask them tomorrow.
Okay.
So they'll vote on it. They'll have a ballot with the other names, and the association. I think it's like the writers, baseball writers. All do it.
Mm-hmm.
They all vote, and there's a big thing though. So the reason they'll probably not make it this year is it's very unlikely that a baseball player makes it first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's just a
Okay.
thing.
This is
One
their
of those
first time
unwritten rules.
on the ballot.
Yeah, and then it's even more unlikely to be unanimous because baseball writers are fucking buttheads.
They're gatekeepers. They need to leave.
Yeah, they like to be gatekeepers.
Of the story of baseball.
And
Yes.
they're unwritten rules.
Yep.
I still don't get it. I still don't get it. Something really big happened in. So how many
Dude,
people are on the ballot?
Believe 25.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
and we have 3 this year.
We got 3
Yep.
this year. First timers on
dope.
eligible.
And then they'll probably be on there for the rest of the time until they get into the Hall of Fame.
And maybe.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't- I'll ask them tomorrow.
Okay. Something really big happened in baseball this past weekend. The longtime baseball
The manager?
manager, new manager. Who Miami Marlins on Friday announced a new manager. Why is it a big deal, C-Dubs?
Because she's the first woman manager that they've ever had in baseball.
Yep.
Yep.
General
And
manager.
it sounds like since I, work for the Dodgers, they send us press releases that the Dodgers put out. We get them in our work email. They vouched and said that they were like, this woman is amazing and deserves to be in this position. We are so happy to hear this and all this stuff like that. So even my organization came out to be like, heck yeah, that's awesome. So
Yeah,
it's good to
everybody.
hear that.
Yeah, it sounds like she started as an intern, unpaid intern, I believe. And just worked her way up and just showed broke those barriers, man, and this makes me really happy. I'm really happy for her and the organization to let finally a woman to
Have a
become
first female GM.
GM, a person of color as well. So,
Mhm.
which is awesome.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
Go ahead, C-Dubs.
Yeah. You
Oh,
go.
I was going to say, there's also, in not so lighthearted news, Tommy Lasorda of the Dodgers team or whatever franchise is hospitalized right now in intensive care.
Yeah, that just happened on just yesterday, I believe, right? On Sunday.
Yes.
And they really haven't said anything about why he went in. November 16th. So on the 15th he went in. So hopefully he's doing all right. Yeah, they didn't say anything about why he went in. He was at the World Series because he's a Dodger, and we know that there was an outbreak at the World Series with Turner. So hopefully it has nothing to
hoping-
do with that, and
Right.
we can't speculate on that either because we don't want to get fake news rolling with that either. So the official news is that Tommy Lasorda's in the hospital and nobody knows why.
They did say he's resting comfortably.
Well, that's good. I mean, he is old.
said
He
that
is
in the
older,
email.
so hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he just broke a hip or something. No, I don't want him to break a hip either. That's
No, I don't want it. Influenza,
No,
regular influenza.
no,
No,
hopefully,
nothing.
Hopefully,
He got a high five, and he got a hangnail that poked him
no,
when he was high fiving.
no. He's
No,
he's in the hospital resting well. He just went to the hospital to go rest.
He was tired. He needed to lay down.
I don't even know if he was tired. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna go to the hospital and lay down for a little bit. He
he's
can
there
do
and he's
that.
comfortable though.
He's comfy.
He can do that, right?
Yeah.
I think I was getting him confused with another guy there's this controversy on him. Every time you were talking about this, I had in my mind Tony La Russa.
Oh no.
Oh,
What did he do? He did some questionable something. Do you know? Did you hear anything, Tony La Russa?
No. I can't remember what his thing is though. I do know the name.
I don't think it was favorable
Oh!
news of him.
Oh, the DUI.
Oh yeah. Tony La Russa. So it's like, man, this guy's in the hospital that just had a DUI.
No.
Tommy Lasorda used to do Rolaids commercials,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember him. He's way cooler.
I do want to say the guy you were just talking about, when he was arrested, he said, I'm a Hall of Fame baseball person. He literally said that. I'm a Hall of Fame baseball person.
A Hall of Fame baseball person.
And so I've decided I'm going to always say, I'm a World Series champion baseball person.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm a World Series baseball manager person.
Yeah.
Go trophy.
Go trophy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, I think that's all we can play with that.
Yep.
It's Cat's birthday on Saturday. Cat, the birthday dude. You know the birthday
Oh,
dude,
the
Cat.
Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Cat. Minnesota Timberwolves Cat.
I
Carl
like him.
Anthony Towns. It was his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Carl Anthony.
I don't know how old he is. I just know that it was his birthday.
Yeah.
He's
probably
21. Happy
Wha-
21st birthday,
I was
Carl
gonna
Anthony.
say he's probably like in like early 20s. Speaking of the Timberwolves, the draft is still coming up. It's still like they still haven't shown
The
their
digital
hand.
draft.
They still haven't
digital
shown their hand, dude. When we found out that they're gonna be the number one pick, you guys were like, "What? If they know, why won't they just throw it out there right away?" They're not throwing it out there. They're still like throwing out just random players. They're like, "What about this guy?" Like 5 hours ago, they tweeted about somebody. Let me look it up. The Timberwolves were like, "What about this guy?" And I'm like, "What about that guy? Are you gonna pick him?" And everybody else is like, "What about that guy?" No, he's gonna be like the 32nd round. Like, what the fuck you talking about, Timberwolves? No, like they're not showing their hand at all. Nobody knows what the Timberwolves are gonna do with that first pick. If they're gonna throw it up for a trade, if they're going to pick the person that it was Golden Gopher Daniel Atura. Could he land in the first round? Was their question.
No. Is the answer.
Why did he enter the draft if he isn't in a first rounder? You act like there isn't a second round. 33rd pick. Who cares? Cat is gonna come to Phoenix for Eli and a second round pick to be pick Anthony Edwards and move on.
Wait a minute.
James Harden. Keep him in
Wait a
Minnesota.
minute.
What?
You just said the
Why would they-
Suns have the other guy at the trio, right? Because isn't Carl and D'Lo have a buddy? Isn't he on the Suns?
Who's that?
Maybe not anymore.
They have a third buddy,
Eli?
and I think that's who they're referring
Ellie?
to. And the Suns just traded to get someone big, so maybe they could afford to lose that guy if they got a first round pick.
So we're trading to Karl Anthony Towns of the Suns?
No. We're trading the first round pick to get their buddy to get the trio together.
Oh,
What?
dude, let's do it.
Think about it. Breaking news.
I think that's going to happen.
Because they just traded for Chris Paul.
Yeah.
So if the Suns just got Chris Paul, a big star, and they wanted to worry about, okay, well, we can build around him with a new young guy. Well, if you can afford to lose one guy to get that new one if you think Ball is the best.
Holy crap. Yeah, that was a big move that Phoenix did. They dealt Ricky Rubio, Kelly Jr., Ty, Jerome, Jalen, and their 2022 first round pick to OKC for Paul and Nader, according to ESPN.
So think about it. You get the first pick in this year's draft plus your other pick in this year's draft, and you don't have one next year. Just to give up, Carl's best friend. They don't care about that, maybe. I mean, of course, I'm just speculating, but
We just
that
want Carl.
actually sounds plausible.
Yeah.
That actually sounds. I just thought of this right now. This sounds plausible.
Yeah, this is definitely going to happen.
What if
This
it
is basically actual news happening right now. We are making this deal as we speak.
I'd like it.
We're talking to the GMs. We are sending off emails.
Glenn down the block, I hope you're listening.
Yeah.
You know he is.
We got someone knocking on his door right now. Glenn.
The media said what?
I don't know why I put this in here because we don't really talk about college sports a whole lot, but the NCAA is considering a bubble type atmosphere for its 2021 Division 1 men's basketball tournament. Potentially major change that would allow March Madness to go on amid this, pandemic. I know that we all feel the same probably, so I don't even need to ask.
They should do a bubble or just not do it. I don't know.
Yeah, they should do a bubble.
But who's asking us?
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
down the
going to
block.
do it anyway, right? So you make sure to do it in a bubble.
Yeah.
It's such a strange topic to even think about, because these kids,
They're paying money to do this.
well, they're
risk
they're doing it to progress for their future. This is they're going to be their livelihood in the future, hopefully. And
But speculating future earnings is also kind of bullshit.
It is.
it is,
They're hedging. They're hedging on a future
and
and don't risk their lives to not pay them to do that.
It's like,
And,
I could make $1 billion, or you could die now.
yeah,
You could make $1 billion in the future, or you could die right now.
or you can learn a lot of skills, not other skills, but a lot of skills, and be able to get into any industry that you need to survive.
American Sign Language.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to talk about for myself too, because I know that I have a lot of privilege with me being a white cis male, and I can't sit here and say it's this easy to get a job. I have a lot of privilege that others can't afford. So I don't know. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket, is what I'm trying to say.
Diversify.
Diversify. And yeah, don't get sick to play a sport. NHL.
On news of other people getting sick to play a sport, the
Yeah.
NHL.
The NHL. Why? Why are we even doing this podcast if we don't like?
Yeah, and sports are bullshit. Why are we even risking anything? Like, this is all just insane, and just only makes the fucking colleges more money.
think-
for what? Nothing.
You know,
Dumb.
and I guess that's the thing, is that that's the potential earnings of is that these kids aren't getting paid. You know, they're paying to play, and I think you mentioned that. James, and I missed that. They're paying to get sick, or they're paying to play so they can progress in their future potential earnings. And absolutely, they should be getting paid to play these games, because if the college is making all this money off these players, why don't the players get any of it?
Yep.
Oh, well, they get their scholarship and they get their education. No, they fucking don't.
No.
They
not
right
good.
now they don't even get the fucking experience what college is. They're sitting at home, like we were just saying like I was saying earlier in the podcast. They don't get to know what it means to be part of a team, like a college team.
Mhm.
I feel for them. I feel for these kids, like these young adults. I just, like, yeah, they're paying to play these sports to make these organizations tons of money.
Everyone should just quit college right now. If
At
you're
least in
listening,
professional sports. That's what.
tell-
Maybe that's why we're
tell
not
every
talking.
collegeman to just quit right now. Everyone should just quit. None of those colleges deserve any of your money.
Remember when they decided to tell everybody that they didn't want to be in the EA Sports video games anymore, unless they got paid, and they couldn't use the likenesses of the NCAA football teams?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking do that, kids. Make your money. Don't just be like, oh, I have the opportunity to play. It's like getting those motherfuckers to play, people to pay to play at your show at Red Rocks.
You want to get a band?
Or
It'll be
Red
great
Sky.
exposure.
Yeah, it'll be great exposure. Yeah, you get to play with Useful
50
Jenkins.
bucks. $50 for a 15-minute spot.
Yeah.
Don't
Great.
worry, CeeLo's totally gonna headline.
Yeah, right. And then they don't even show up.
Yeah, they don't show up.
NHL is still working on getting their start of their next season. NHL did a good job with their bubbles last season. Hopefully they have the same plan. They're looking at the start to January 1st, which would be kind of a neat way to start NHL. January 1st is the middle of like in my mind, the middle of winter, and let's start up some hockey. You know what this pandemic might help with is the sports that are having issues with viewership. Maybe they'll find a new way of getting new fans. I mean,
I think it happened for the Masters just now, because golf, normally the Masters is in the spring, and it just happened recently, and I think it got new eyes on it.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know that for sure. I haven't seen the numbers or anything. I'm just saying I definitely heard more talk about it than I normally do.
I think so. I mean, I did see some reports saying that all sports are down in viewership.
But that's
except
equally though.
except the WNBA. The WNBA capitalized on it, which they've been showing through all this. They've been showing their stripes, and they've been showing how to
Goes
actually
to
do
show you.
shit.
They're smarter than everyone else,
Yeah,
and they're better.
yeah.
And more people need to follow their example.
But maybe the NHL starting in January will help their viewership. What
I just want to confess that when you just said the Masters right now was the officially the only time I've heard about it, and has increased my knowledge of the Masters this year lately by you mentioning that just now.
There you go.
So,
That's what this is. That's what this
that's
is
a
about.
true statement. Yeah.
The NHL also just published the designs of its long-anticipated reverse retro jersey line on Monday, or today, I should say.
Back on Monday.
So the Wilds jersey looks like the colors of the North Stars. It looks pretty neat.
I like it.
I do too. It's $280 though.
Yeah, that's how much hockey jerseys cost, or sweaters, I should say.
30. Yeah. A little bit of NASCAR news. Unfortunately, Jim Pace of NASCAR, who won the 24 hours of Daytona and the 12 hours of Sebring in 1996, has died of COVID-19 at the age of 59. Everybody, there's a lot of people out there that say that it's only affecting old people, like people in their 80s. No, it's killing off a lot of people and younger than that. So, much respects to Jim Pace
and his family.
The MLS has some big news, or not. I don't know if it's the MLS, but like the soccer leagues.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening there?
Rob
Jalany?
Helen. I'm really bad at
McElhaney?
names, and I should not be an announcer.
Any?
The dude from
Oh, I know his name. It's Always Sunny, right?
Always Sunny, yeah, Mac, and Ryan Reynolds. Or
Who is-
Ryan Reynolds is the Deadpool dude.
Okay, that's not. He's not from Always Sunny. He's not. So okay.
You know the movie
Guy
Deadpool.
from Always Sunny and guy not from Always Sunny. We'll just say it that way.
Okay. So the guy from Sunny and the guy not from Sunny, they're set to take over a Welsh football club, Wrexham AFC. Did you hear about this, C-Dubs? You're a big soccer dude.
I have not. This is amazing.
The two actors are set to complete their takeover of Wrexham AFC, subject to league and FA approval, following a week-long vote by the team's supporters. Wrexham supporters trust the WST members voted overwhelmingly to back the takeover, saying that they look forward to what the future brings. The pair, Rob from Sunny and not Rob from Not Sunny, the pair have pledged to commit at least $2.64 million to the club and plan to make a documentary. So
That's really cool.
It's gonna be a fun movie.
So
Funny movie.
yeah. So they're making a documentary of two actors buying a soccer club.
This is gonna be
They're going to
great.
turn it around.
They're gonna turn it around with all their American money.
It's gonna be great.
Oh no, they're Canadian, aren't they?
Mhm.
Everybody's American. No, that's pretty neat. That's something neat. And right there it shows like, fuck it, let's try something new. Maybe we can get some new eyes on this. Maybe we can figure this out. Since we have to start NHL in January, let's go with it. Let's embrace it. Right?
If they don't make Dayman their mascot, they lost.
The fastest knockout in bare knuckle fighting history happened this past weekend, and it was 3 seconds. Guinness Book of World Records watch. We broke the world record. 3 seconds.
That was unbelievable hit too. Like he just got him. I mean, he did not miss. Let's just say that.
One.
He
Two,
had the good
three.
intel. Yeah, he had the good intel on like where the weakest part of that guy's head was.
He knew to hit him right there.
In the face.
Yep.
So he had the intel. Hit him in the weak spot of the face. Go down.
So then, now we're at AEW.
AEW time.
We're here.
So
How did
last time we did the pay-per-view. So we've got to review the Dynamite from last week. They had a bunkhouse match, which for those who don't know what a bunkhouse match is, that's a hardcore match where you wear like cowboy boots and jeans.
Okay.
Why?
So
Weird.
that's what they did.
They just got to wear jeans.
Yeah, wear like normal clothes and hardcore fight.
Wear your normal clothes to the wrestling ring.
Yep.
Which is, what if I didn't normally wear wrestling boots?
It's a leotard. Tights.
Oh, I'd wear tights. Okay, a leotard as well.
But they had a good bunkhouse match. This was a pretty extreme match. A lot of blood. There was at one point QT Marshall jumped off like I believe a 12-foot ladder. To do an elbow drop on top of a dude. Pretty sweet. We also saw the return of Pac. They changed his name. Or Neville if you followed him in WWE.
Is that X-Pac?
It is not him. It should be him.
X-Pac
I
should
wish it
come
was.
back.
Yes, he should. But yeah, and then this Wednesday we got Dynamite coming up with Pac's gonna fight the Blade. Cassidy's gonna fight Kip Sabian. Young Bucks are gonna fight Minneapolis's own Top Flight. So we'll get some Minneapolis exposure. And Cody and Darby Allin versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks should be a really good one. And Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa.
Nice.
So we got a stacked Dynamite ahead of us. So, yeah.
Well, we got fuzzy memory trivia's here, and we got some points last week. I would like to say that it's 7-7.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been keeping track. I've been keeping track
Oh
too.
yeah. I'm checking my notes right now. Yep, 7-7.
Okay, so it's 7-7. This is fuzzy memory trivia. This is when I ask questions. James and C-Dubs answer those questions in an order of buzzers, as in like they'll say buzz, and then I'll be like, okay, the person that buzzed, answer please. And so I'll start off with a question, and the question is, what defender won England Player of the Year in 2010? This is an easy question, by the way. It's marked easy.
Buzz.
C-Dubs.
Lionel Messi.
Incorrect. Ashley Cole.
Easy.
How many home runs did Mark McGuire hit in the 1988 World
Buzz.
Series? C-Dubs.
1.
Correct. Who was Eric Radford partner in the mixed pairs figure skating at the 2018 Winter Olympics?
Buzz.
James.
Christy Yamaguchi.
Megan.
Maguchi.
Nope.
I hear myself in my headphones.
Yeah, I do too.
It's part of it. It's part of the
It
thing.
wasn't happening before. It's weird.
Who is the Major League Baseball player nicknamed Joey Bats?
Buzz.
Buzz.
James.
Joe DiMaggio.
Incorrect. Jose Batista. The Metrodome is located in which state?
Buzz.
Buzz.
C-Dubs.
Minnesota.
Correct.
Not anymore.
That's true.
It's in a state of burial now. The state
Well.
of rubble.
That was the end of Fuzzy Memory Trivia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which means that this is the end of the show. Because we always end the show with fuzzy memory trivia, so that would mean that this is the end of the show. It brings
Happy to be
I'm not happy to be here. I was just going to say
here.
it brings the tears to my eyes. I don't want
Well,
to leave. I
I'm
want to keep
happy
on talking to you.
happy to be here on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Like in this chair that I'm sitting in
Mm.
is all right, I guess. Could be better. I mean,
I just don't want to leave because it's.
I know.
I don't want to go back down in that bunker.
Maybe we could cover some marble racing. I see a little bit of no.
I suppose that's still going on, is it?
I think it is.
Any big plans, guys? Probably not because of the pandemic. Should we even ask?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my TikTok going.
You're gonna get
Nice.
what? Really?
Finally, once and for all, I'm doing that this
Really?
week. I'm gonna get my TikTok. Well, maybe by next week.
Make sure to send
I'm
me the
giving myself
link.
2 weeks.
I would be interested in seeing what TikTok is.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to show some of my cool moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok is kind of like a place where you show your moves and your cool moves.
Yeah, some of your cool moves, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you got cool moves. My son Odin, he knows a lot about cool moves. So,
yeah, the kids know.
he knows.
They know the cool moves, dude.
I'm gonna learn a lot of cool moves.
I like that idea.
That's what you do on TikTok. I
Nice.
think.
Okay. So Jamez is gonna learn some cool moves on TikTok. C-Dubs, what are you gonna do? Jamez is gonna learn some cool moves on TikTok.
I think I'm gonna have to learn some cool moves, but not on TikTok. Just to do in front of you guys here on video.
Okay.
We all gotta be doing cool moves.
Yeah, well, I'll be doing cool moves.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that, and I think they're gonna lock down here in LA, so I might be able to have plenty of time for that.
I have a feeling they're gonna be doing that across the country.
It'd be a good idea. I would support it.
I would support it.
I would encourage everyone to just remember that video games are awesome.
Video games are awesome.
Just stay home and play video games. If you go somewhere, wearing a mask is pretty cool, but I've learned this new thing that I call double masking, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You put 2 masks on,
yeah.
0 masks
There's
off.
almost the temporary throwaway mask, and then I get my neck gaiter up over that, or it's double masking. Goes well with odd peculiar stares. When you're in the grocery
I like
store.
that. I like that a lot.
It's great.
I do want to, before we close up here, I do want to congratulate Wine Cafe. They voluntarily closed their doors for the time being. They didn't wait for a state mandate or a city mandate. They just decided, you know what, this is bad. We're going to close. We're going to close for the safety of our patrons and our workers. So thank you, Wine Cafe, for deciding to do that.
Shout out to Coffee Hag for the same thing.
Coffee Hag did the same. So shout out to the Coffee Hag for doing that. I wish more companies would do stuff like this to protect everybody. Why do you need the government to tell you that you have to do this? You should be.
We don't want to spend our money there in person. We don't. We just don't. We don't want you to have our money that bad.
None of us want the government to tell us what to do. Do the right thing. Protect your community. With that, it is getting really bad out there, so stay home. Don't go out.
Play video games.
Play video games. Video chat with your friends and family. It's fun. It's fun to figure out how to get technology going. And once you get the technology set up to do it, you don't have to set it up later. It's great.
And you're 2 steps away from being a famous YouTuber already. Then.
Yeah. Right. And yeah. Good thinking. I'm twitching. If you don't want to know what to watch, go to Twitch and find my channel, A Fuzzy World. I'm playing video games. It's really boring. So you can watch that. It's fun, but it's boring.
It's great. I love it.
watch old sports stuff. Don't encourage other people to go out. Just stay home. Call DoorDash to get you some food here or there. Not sponsored. Just stay home. Just please, just stay inside.
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota.
Side of my knee. Stay alive. Oh my God. Murray. No way. Touchdown. Are you kidding me? It's a Minneapolis Miracle.
3 seconds. 1 second. The drought is finally over. 13 years of disappointment and frustration has come to an end. Watch the line. Gives it back to Koivu.
Niederreiter, a deflection, Spurgeon backs it out of the air and scores! What a play by Spurgeon!
3 seconds. No seconds. That's it. Final number 4 for the Minnesota Lynx dynasty. Comes with the taste of sweet redemption.
Slipping it through now, and it's Darwin Quintero around the goalkeeper, and Quintero scores! He's back! Goal number 15 of the campaign in all competitions, and Darwin Quintero returns and paves the pathway for Minnesota United here.
The best to you from
Fuzz Talk.
radio. KMRT.